This deck is the deadliest deck of DZBT15 when it comes to Brandt Gate. It not only has a brand new right line, it is also terraforming the way we think about Standard forever. It costs so much money to build this deck, it is not even funny, and it genuinely is one of the greatest Brandt Gate decks of all time. Putzen Schwestern. This is a Putzen Schwestern video. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm DZBT15 here. Today we are back again to talk about Putzen Schwestern. What the fuck is a Star Vader? Let me know in the comments. Putzen Schwestern. Honestly, really excited that we get an update for this. It's kind of strange. We just got the boss monster like what? 4 months ago?
Yeah.
Right? Through a promo. We just covered it. Links in the description for the previous deck profile. And they watched our video and they were like, you know what? What if we just made the deck a deck? And they printed 2 cards that are not only a superior right line, in archetype right line, but also cards you can just play in the main deck. And then, to make it even better, to sweeten the pot, they gave us a Batman order. I don't know what they were thinking. But you know what? I'm really glad that they are supporting Putzen Schwestern. Putzen Schwestern is a deck that I used to love a lot in Standard, like as a jank deck, because it just used to be 3 great ones. But now it has bloomed into something a lot better. So, because we want to talk about something that's bloomed into something a lot better, today we have Nami.
Hey guys.
Yeah, we don't want to get M-Crafter here because he didn't bloom into something better. He bloomed into something worse. Today we're going to talk about Putzen Schwestern. The right deck is the new part and then everything else is the old part. So this video is going to be very fast. If you've not watched the previous Putzen Schwestern video, go and watch it. You will not regret it. Also, we did do a King of Jank for this one, right? We did actually do a fight for this one. That will be in the channel somewhere in the playlist. I don't know if we'll do an updated battle video for that one. I doubt it, given our scheduling, but we could. If there's a big enough demand, we could. Because I know people already came to ask me and says, Ahmed, will you cover the updated right line? And I was like, wait, you guys want to see this? And I was like, okay, sure. So this is right at the end of DZBT15. This is our final DZBT15 video. Or is it? So this is one of the last few decks we wanted to cover. We've basically covered like every nation for DZBT15 at this point, right? This is Brandt Gate. We've covered Dark States with Fafnir, Dragon Empire with everybody, Strike with Glory Maelstrom, Keter, what was Keter this time? Grand Grey Sea. Yeah. We did Grand Grey Sea and Ren Icon. So actually we did cover everything. Right, Grand Grey Sea is the icon deck. We're not talking about Harry. Harry's too disgusting.
Unfortunately, there is no lyrical this set.
Fortunately. The word you're looking for is fortunately. So get into it.
Alright, so starter, of course. Grade 1 is going to be Putzen Schwestern, Mopey.
You didn't even talk about starter.
Look, man, starter's going to be starter. Go second, draw 1.
So why are you on this starter?
Because I own like 12 copies of it. I got.
Play a better starter.
No.
Alright. I try.
Okay. So Putzen Schwestern, Mopey Wish. She is part of the new cards. Her effect is deck continuous. This card is also regarded as Putzen Schwestern Mopey, the old one. The name change kind of matters, but it matters the least for her. Her auto effect is when placed on Vanguard Circle, this cost can be played with Soul Blast 1 instead. When this card is placed on Vanguard Circle or Rearguard Circle, cost Energy Blast 3, look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 Dispatch 3 Scissors Cleaning, which is going to be the order, or 1 unique card with Putzen Schwestern in its different original card name from this unit, reveal it and put it into your hand. So because Putzen Schwestern, the Mopey, the original one, has a different original card name, you can also add that, so it's not so bad. Lastly, on Rearguard Circle, at the end of the battle that this unit boosted, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, cost Counterblast 2, and the drive of your grade 3 Vanguard with Putzen Schwestern in its card name becomes 1 until end of turn. Now, Counterblast 2 might be a steep cost for an extra drive check, but there are ways to mitigate that a little bit. Next, grade 2 is going to be Putzen Schwestern Brush Polier. I'm not very good with foreign names, so mind my pronunciation, but
you don't have to torture yourself this way. Let me just read the katakana, please.
Okay, so this card is also regarded as Polier.
No, Polier.
Okay, anyway, she's also regarded as the original brush. So when you are to maybe look at top 5 using original Mopi's effect, you can also add her. When this unit is rolled upon by a grade 3 card with Push Western in its card name, choose up to 1 card with Mopi in its card name from your soul and call that and this card to Rearguard Circle. So technically, you can play the original Mopi in the right deck, but like, you wouldn't, because the new Mopi has a better skill on the Vanguard Circle and its cost is better, so you know. Lastly, we play the original Push Western Weepl Feygen.
We've already talked about in the previous deck profile.
Yes.
This one gives you the multi-attacks, gives you the minus CD1 cost for the search skills, right?
Yes.
And then it also counts as your original name of the great one.
Now we'll talk about the new order, which is...
Wait, don't you want to go through all the in archetype first?
No.
No? So you just want to talk about the orders?
Yes.
Okay, so lay them out.
So I'm choosing to play 7 copies total. Some people might play 8, some people might play 6, but definitely you're playing 4 of the new one and a variable number of the old one. So the new one.
You want to talk about the old one first?
Okay, the old one, Dispatch 3 Sisters Cleaning. Its effect is continuous in order zone during your turn. Your front row gains plus 2k. Very simple effect, but it's been severely power grabbed.
But I mean, you do need to still play this as a name. So now it's just a Garnet.
Yes.
But what I like is just like how with old Yu-Gi-Oh decks, they turn the Garnets into the centerpiece. They're doing the same with this new card.
So this is Break Time 3 Sisters of Cleaning?
Yes, that's
So
right.
so
So the first one is Dispatch 3 Sisters of
Yes.
Cleaning. This is Break 3 Sisters of Cleaning. So like now they're on their recess period, right? They're just sitting down and they're having a nice break. Which I honestly... Okay, maybe it's just a soft spot because I like it when like they have like the Night Rose arts of her like sitting down and eating. This one is just really endearing to me. So it's just the 3 of them just having a nice tea. It's like, you know, in V there's one where I think it's the Tommy brothers eating like the Chinese food. They're eating dim sum. That's what it's called. This one is they're eating what is this? It looks like
tea
with like cakes.
Cake.
Yeah, it's kind of cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is also regarded as Dispatch 3 Sisters Cleaning.
Now it says also, so that means in
During
the
this
zone,
fight.
it counts as 2.
Yes.
It counts as 2. You do need to know that it counts as 2. Okay, so yeah, please carry on.
Okay. You can only play this if you have a Vanguard with Push Western in its card name. So the old one didn't have this restriction. This one is you can only play it if you're playing the archetype deck. Next, when this card is put into the order zone, perform one of the following. Either Energy Blast 3, choose a Push Western in its card name from your drop zone and call it to Rearguard Circle. Or, if you Persona road this turn, search your deck or drop for 1 card with Dispatch 3 Sisters of Cleaning in its original card name, put it into the order zone, and if you search the deck, shuffle the deck.
Yeah, so only this one.
Yeah. That's why we need to play a couple of copies of it.
Yeah.
But that is also why we allow you to have a variable amount, because it really is up to your own risk tolerance.
Yeah. I would play 4, but 3 is fine.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Lastly, continuous order zone during your turn, all your front row units get plus 2k.
Again, it's the same as the original 3 Sisters of Cleaning. So yeah, nice to see that they kept that. Okay, so now we are gonna speed up this deck profile because this deck profile doesn't need to be this short. Doesn't need to be this long. We're gonna go through all the in archetype. So this is every Push Western name that you need to play in the deck, which is just 3 copies of the Grade 3, 2 copies of the Grade 2, although I would recommend you play a bit more, 3 copies of Mopi, it's Mopi, right?
Yep.
2 copies of the original
Feygen.
Grade 1, Feygen, and then 3 each of the original names as well for the Grade 1s. This is a ratio that is still under works. You can play 1 more of the Grade 2 if you want, but it's also up to risk tolerance, same with the Grade 1. Because this one only works in center back.
Yes.
So if you play more of this, you're at a bit of a risk that they're all garnets, but you can realistically play 3 copies of this if you want.
So just an easy suffix for you guys to remember. Green searches blue, blue searches pink.
Yeah. Red.
Pink.
Pink じゃない magenta だ Okay. Now, the non-archetype is very simple. This is friend of the channel, Sporadic 0. 2 copies of Blitz Securities, Doggos, move out, and 1 copy of our Crystal Beast. This one, honestly, the Crystal Beast seems very weird, seems very out of place, but the Crystal Beast is mainly just for one particular purpose.
Shield.
Shield, because this deck has no shield. Same with the Blitz Security Doggos. I've talked about the Blitz orders before at long length in the Weepl video. Basically, these are just additional like twin cast style cards.
Yes.
Although they usually are from the hand. If you go second, you also get Persona Shield ticket, and they can ignore the grade. And if you Persona right, they get more power. So this one you only can play up to 2 of max per deck. Most people only play 1. So this one you can actually cut 1 more to play 1 more copy to grade 2 if you like. But for us, we kind of really need the shield because the shield's a problem with this deck. So we are playing 2.
As much as you can put cards back to increase Mopi's with brushes effect to shield to gain shield, you'd rather not send back the cards that you're going to call back from drop back to the deck.
Yeah. And Sporadic Zero, friend of the channel. Sporadic Zero is just a cycler when it's discarded for the cost of your right. You can look at the top 7, add a set order from among them to your hand. It's pretty obvious what you're adding to your hand.
Since we're playing 7 of them.
If you're playing 7 of them, you just add any one of them. If you play 8, you can increase your chances to the max. And then when your Vanguard is attacked from the rearguard or drop zone, you can remove this card from the game. And if you do, the Vanguard being attacked, that's 10,000 power. Of course, this does need to check that your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater. So this again is just extra shield and ways to dig through the deck. I understand Spreading Zero is one of those generics that goes from like 200 yen to like 9,000 yen depending on the mood of people in the Brandt Gate environment. This is the only generic you can consider for this deck. I think any other generic you want to play in Brandt Gate, the usability is heavily debated, I would say. But like this one feels right at home. Right? This one feels like it works the best with it. No, not really. It's a -1. This guy is fine, but you really have the Crystal Beast. Baldur's, not talking about Baldur's, man. Baldur's is so weird.
That's my Boba Mine.
Boba Mine is evergreen, so he's not really in this equation. But Sporadic Zero, yeah, he's pretty good for the deck, just play it. But if you can't afford it, you can play something else in this deck. It's not too bad. Naomi here has shown all the different options you can play as well, but like he's the best. So, you know, if you want to play this deck at a competitive level, not sure why, but if you do, yeah.
Right now, the biggest issue with the deck is that it doesn't have any resources whatsoever. The energy is used by the main engines. The soul is just being called out, so you don't really have soul to work with.
And of course, we have 4 PGs.
Counterblast is used by your Vanguard to play the game, and if you want an additional drive, you're using another Counterblast. So really, you have to be a bit more careful in that regard.
Our trigger lineup is very simple. Our trigger lineup is just 8 crits, 3 draws, 1 Elder Breath to win con a very Brandt Gate deck. 3 draws because we do need our pieces. Yeah.
So I would say that this is a fun deck to play, definitely. But the issues with the deck really comes up when you start realizing that this deck doesn't particularly search anything. It looks at the top 5. Okay, you can honestly tell when when the company wants to make a good deck, just by the whether they give them a top 5 search, a top 7 search, an omni search. Really, this deck can struggle with the RNG aspect. So, when you high roll, you feel like this deck is the best in the world, but when you low roll, it really does feel horrible.
Then again, we do need to put things in perspective. This is a deck built for children by children, right? This is a deck that was built as a tournament promo. It was meant strictly for fun, right? You can't play this deck expecting to, you know, clear Rezaya off the shop. But you can absolutely play this deck and have fun now, especially with a right line that's actually operational, I would say. It is pretty good compared to what we used to play in this right deck, so...
And 6 attacks can be quite scary when you reach.
It does have the same multi-attack level as Deeplands of all things, so like I would not sleep on this deck. But like this is not like the next meta deck or anything, but it's a good deck and it's a fun deck, right? The people who played Putzen Schwestern since what, 2023? Yeah. I hope you're happy because this is pretty fun. This is a really endearing way to give 3 completely side characters like a functioning deck to enjoy it. So yeah, I'm really happy with this deck. I hope you guys are happy with this deck. I'm really grateful that some of you did ask me to cover this deck, and yeah, thank you of course to Nami for coming down to cover this deck again in such short notice. Like you didn't have to, but yeah, thank you so much for that.
I just want to spread the word of the Maids. They're quite cute.
Yeah, they're really endearing. They're really endearing. So yeah, that's really about it. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Remember to clean your rooms, people.
Is that a message to yourself?
Yes.
Alright.